name's Smague, and I'm a manufacturing specialist with Wiltshire, employed by Southwest MAS. We're still here, post-BGS. We've partnered up with Somerset Council, and we now live in this building, which is the Somerset Energy Innovation Centre. Housed in this building, we run the building, but housed in this building are lots of companies that are heavily involved in the Hinkley Point developments. The main tier 1 contractor have the bottom part of the building, and they run their induction process through our centre. Some of the things that you may have known that we've been involved in previously, so manufacturing advisory service in its various forms over the years, product development centre, so we helped businesses develop new products, grow offshore wind, the business growth service, which incorporated growth accelerator, fit for nuclear programme. We're based in the southwest, so we cover the southwest. We've done over 3,500 manufacturing reviews. We've created over 3,500 jobs. So we run events and best practice workshops, and we've awarded over 1.5 million in a variety of grant-funded programs. Importantly as well, customer satisfaction seems to be reasonably high with us. So it's the southwest, and it's just kind of a sort of a density map in terms of businesses that we've supported over the last 13 years that we've been doing what we do. So this is our approach. We've got local manufacturing specialists that partner up with each of the LEPs across the southwest. As a group of specialists, we all come from a variety of different backgrounds. We have different strengths, and part of our sort of ongoing CPD, we spend time working with each other, shadowing each other, so we get to experience the climate across the southwest, and more importantly, share the learning amongst the team. We normally begin with a business review, and we've got some specific business tools that we've developed to help manufacturing businesses. And we've built these, they've evolved over 12, 13 years of supporting manufacturers in the southwest. We've got some in-depth diagnostics, and we go to industry for benchmarking. And again, those diagnostic tools have been developed with manufacturing businesses. They're specifically aimed at supporting manufacturing. We run a variety of networks. I've mentioned the centre where we live. We've got some supply chain networks that we run through that centre, and we connect to a variety of specialist support. So at Southwest MAS, we've worked extremely hard over the last 13 years in developing a portfolio of associates and support agencies, and we've got a very stringent application process, so it's really difficult to kind of get into our associate group, and we review those guys regularly. So when we support a business through a third party, through one of our associates, we go back, we talk to the business, we find out if the quality of delivery was as it should be. We connect to market opportunities. So we work within our networks. Just to give you an example, if we have one of our clients that's looking for something in particular, we'll then put an email out across the whole network, trying to connect those up to a manufacturer or a company that we've worked with previously, and we can have some confidence in connecting the new client to the existing client. We run a number of workshops. We collaborate with our partners, and we run a number of workshops. Some of the organisations that we work with as well are kind enough to allow us to use their premises for best practice visits. Quite often, some of the businesses that we deal with are a little bit earlier on in their kind of journey, their evolution, and sometimes getting in and seeing how those businesses have been able to develop, give those, we spoke a lot today about ambition, and quite often getting in and seeing those businesses and what they've achieved help in generating that ambition for the business. A very practical, hands-on approach from us as specialists. We like to get to the coalface. We like to see what's going on. So part of our diagnostic, I'll explain a little bit later about our current funded programme, but part of our diagnostic process is walking through the production facility, talking to the staff, finding out, what are the challenges on a day-to-day basis. And wherever possible, we signpost businesses to funding, and we work extremely hard with our partners in selecting the right funding programs that are available. So current funded programs are the LMAP program. So these are the LEPs across our region. They're all slightly different in terms of their sectors and their approach. When we went to develop the local manufacturing advisory program offer, we had to work with all of the LEPs, and we weren't allowed to offer any grants or to move forward with the program until we had complete agreement from everybody. Everybody had signed the MOMs. Happily now we've got that, and we're able to offer funding, which I'll explain a little bit more in a moment. So across the program, across the region, over 3 years, or 2.5 years now, a little bit of a slow start, we'll be looking to support just over 450 businesses, just under 700 meetings, which will involve an IDB, which is information, diagnostic and brokerage, and I will speak about that in more detail presently. There'll be 350 grants, and there's a number of other, we aim to increase jobs by 350. We've got, these slides will be available at the end, and I can talk in more detail around the numbers for specifically Swindon and Wiltshire after the presentation today. So our approach will help businesses in a number of different ways. We look at developing business strategy. So many of the organisations that we work with won't have necessarily had a written down or defined plan, so we'll help them develop the plan. We look at operational efficiencies. So having a walk around the shop floor, there may be some lean improvements we can make. And it's worth mentioning at this stage, our approach with operational efficiency is not just to come in and provide some solutions. We get in and we try to identify people within the organisation that have the capabilities and embrace change. And we try to develop those softer skills within those people so that they're able to sustain the tools and techniques that we teach them after we leave. Quite often with operational efficiency, if we can affect the culture, we'll improve the operational efficiency on an ongoing basis. We try to develop a continuous improvement culture within the organisations that we work with. Innovation, and we partner up with the guys from Innovate and Innovate to Succeed, and the services that we offer are often very complementary. So sometimes I'll go in and engage with an organisation, and if appropriate, we take a back step, let the guys from Innovate come in, assist them to a point, and then we'll step in when that assistance is the time's relevant for us to come in and provide that ongoing support for the organisation. For us, it's all about making sure that the manufacturers receive the right support at the right time. And again, supply chains, so access to supply chains and networks throughout the networks that we continually develop. That's pretty much it from me. It's a short presentation. I guess to summarise, if you're a manufacturing business in Swindon and Wiltshire, it can only be an advantage to develop a relationship with Southwest MAS and me as your specialist. I'm familiar with the landscape, and I can signpost you to the right support at the right time. Thanks very much.